Hello everyone, I'm Anthony, also known as Magic Nipple, and welcome to Identity Academy's next Duelist profile. But before we dive into that, I'd like to point out that we changed our old symbol from a thumbs up to a scroll to symbolize how well the Duelist deck strategies come together. Now, our next Duelist is DarkonFullPower, or Darkon for short. While not the best Duelist, Darkon's extensive knowledge of the rules has placed him as our Academy's head judge. And for those of you who don't know, that is one hell of a demanding position. Darkon's offensive capabilities are somewhat limited due to his style of play, but that in no way affects his dueling skill as a whole. When Darkon goes on the offensive, it will almost always be with his signature card, Dark Diviner. Coupled with the absurd amounts of lightning vortexes he runs, you will have a very hard time getting back on top. When Darkon feels it necessary to go all out, his most deadly combo is the milling of his own deck. While not the most effective means of beating your opponent, when Darkon goes on the offensive with this particular strategy, chances are you won't come back, placing him at a 3 out of 6. Darkon's defensive style of play is likely the most effective out of the whole Academy. His annoyingly effective defensive combo is taking Patrician of Darkness and Spirit Reaper to create a nearly impervious wall of monsters. Coupled with his Mari the Fallen Ones just riddling his grave, it is one hell of a chore to get him down to 0 life points. And to top off the cake of defensive absurdity is, of course, the cherry of rage, his Lightning Vortex, which he has a history of drawing into all 3 in most duels, placing his defense at a very solid 5.5 out of 6. Darkon's dueling generally requires a lot of setup for his strategy to fully come together. However, each deck works the way it is intended, but due to the large amount of setup for them to work to their fullest potential, his strategy comes out at a respectable 3 out of 6. Due to Darkon's long, complicated strategies, he rarely, if ever, relies on luck, despite his ridiculous destiny draws. Having said that, he does run one card that requires the rolling of dice, placing his luck at a rather obvious 1 out of 6. Darkon is one of the few duelists who absolutely refuses to give up on his decks. He has been working on a certain deck for years now, and is finally putting on the finishing touches to his secret weapon, placing his heart at a perfect 6 out of 6. I'm Anthony, and that concludes this week's Identity Academy's Duelist Profile. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and see you guys next time.